Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone, how are you today? First of all, I'm going to introduce myself. My name is Yusrilsyah Limbanadi and I'm from English Education Department, Faculty of Letters and Culture, Universitas Negeri Gorontalo. In this video, I'm going to explain you about one of the type of genre text in English. And this topic is really interesting because it's always relevant with our daily life. And I'm sure that all of you guys have been learning or hearing about this topic before. And now we are going to learn about recount text. RECOUNT text. And also we will learn about the definition, the example, the purpose, the exercise, the structure, and the language feature of recount text. But before we are going to move to the topic, I want to ask you about some question. Have you ever written a story or a diary? Or have you ever told your friend or your family or other people about your best or worst experience or your exciting or your interesting experience? Well, when we are talking about our experience to other people, at the same time, we are also using the recount text. So, what is recount text? Let's watch the video. Well, now I'm going to explain you about recount text. So, what is recount text? Recount text is one of the type of genre text that telling the reader about one story or action or activity in the past. So basically, recount text is to tell about a story in the past. The key words is to tell. Remember, to tell. And then, what is the purpose of recount text? There's two purposes of recount text. Well, the first one is to entertain. Recount text entertain the reader about one story. And when we are going to make recount text, we have to make sure that the story is interesting, entertaining, and exciting. And then to inform. Recount text inform the reader about any information in a story. For example, in this text, we can see a lot of information that the writer has given to us. For example, last year I went to the Recount, which is located in Recount City. The writer gives us the information about Recount, located in Recount City. Next, we move to the structure of recount text. There are three structures of recount text. The first one is orientation. Here is the orientation of this text. First paragraph is orientation, and orientation gives us about any information of the story. For example, who was involved, where it happened, and where it happened. For example, this is an answer of the question of where when it happened. When it happened? Last year. Where is happened? 100%. And who was involved? I. And then events. The events of the story ordered in a chronological sequence in 1, 2, or 3 paragraphs. But now we only have 1 paragraph in this text. And then reorientation. Reorientation located in the last of the text. Reorientation is about comment or feeling of the writer. For example, I really enjoyed this unforgettable trip, or I really spending this time with those animals. Okay? Now we move to the example of Recount test. The title is A Trip to the Kangaroo Session. Let's read it. Last year, I went to the Kangaroo Session, which is located in Newton City, to see the anoa. So basically, anoa is one of the type of coal, but it only can be found in Sulawesi Island in Indonesia. Anoa. When I got to the zoo, I went to the market to buy some food to give to the animals. After getting the food, I went to the nocturnal house where I saw birds and reptiles which only came out at night. So there is the words nocturnal. So what is nocturnal? Maybe some of us don't know about these words. Nocturnal means active at night. Some of animals is more active at night because their eyes just can see victim at night. And then we have got to words. Got to means arrived at. And we can change it with arrived at. When I arrived at the zoo, I went to the market to buy some food to give to the animals. Next, at 1 o'clock, I went for a ride on the animal. It was a thrill ride. Someone nearly fell off when she let go of the rope. During lunch, I fed some birds in the park. In the afternoon, I saw some other animals like goat, monkey, horse, snake, and Minahasan tarsius. In these events, we have a lot of words that some of us don't know. For example, real and bad, and then let go. So what does it mean? Real means excitement, something that really exciting. And then let go means release. And then fat means give food to, and we can change it. For example, during lunch, I give food to some birds in the park, so we can change it. The last one is reorientation. I really enjoyed this unforgettable trip. I enjoyed spending time with those animals and also learning about animals at the same time. Now we move to the exercise. When we are going to practice or improve our knowledge about recount text, we have to exercise and practice more. There is 5 statements and we will find out which one is true and which one is false. The first statement, the writer went to the zoo alone. First of all, we have to find out where is the keywords. The keywords is alone. Let's check it out in this text. Last year, I went to the Tandem Zoo, which is located in Bicol City, to see the animal. See? The writer didn't say my family and I, or my friends and I, or Yusrilsyah and I. He or she just said I. So it means the writer went to the zoo alone. The statement is true. We can check it. True. The second statement, he or she bought the food for breakfast. Why he or she, not the writer? Because we don't know. Because we don't know whether the writer is a male or a female. So we just write it he or she. We have to find out the keywords. Breakfast. Here's the keywords. Let's see. When I got to the zoo, I went to the market to buy some food to give to the animals. So it means he or she does not buy food to breakfast, but to give to the animals. So the statement is false. You can cross it. And then the third statement, he or she went to see the animal first. Let's check it out. After getting food, I went to the nocturnal house. So he or she went to the nocturnal house first, not to see the animal first. So this statement is false. And then the fourth statement, he or she thought that riding on the animal was an exciting trip. Let's see if it's true or false. Okay. At 1 o'clock, I went for a ride on the animal. It was a thrill riding. Like I said before, thrill means excitement or something that really exciting. So this statement is true. And then the last statement, he or she stayed at the zoo until afternoon to see more animals. Let's see. Let's see if it's true or not. In the afternoon, I saw some other animals like owl, monkey, horse, snake, and Minahas and Tertius. So it means this statement was true. It's true. Oh, sorry. So we got 3 true statements and 2 false statements. So when we want to improve our skill, our knowledge about recount text, we have to exercise more and more. And now, finally, we got to the end of the explanation. The conclusion is recount text is a genre text that telling the reader about one story in the past to entertain, and to inform the reader.
There are language features of recount text. First, using the simple past tense, past continuous tense, past perfect tense, and past perfect continuous tense. Second, using temporal sequence, for example, on Monday, last year. Third, focus on specific participant, for example, I, we. Fourth, using the conjunctions, such as then, before, and after. Fifth, using action verb, for example, went, stayed.
So, thank you very much for your attention. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.